Welcome back to the show. This health-focused segment brings attention to a pressing but often misunderstood issue affecting pets across Jamaica, tick fever. Dr. Jackson Hefes, a licensed veterinarian with extensive experience in infectious pet diseases, is zooming in to unpack everything pet owners need to know about this dangerous condition. All right, welcome to Sunrise again, Dr. Jackson. How are you doing?
Not bad. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Doc. I just want to start with just explaining to anybody watching what tick fever is and how it's transmitted, especially in tropical environments like Jamaica.
Okay, so first thing, it's really important to note that tick fever is actually a disease that is transmitted by ticks. So this is done through their saliva, through their bite. So that is important to note because a lot of people actually think that tick fever requires a lot of ticks, right? So as the name suggests, right, one of the main symptoms that you're gonna see associated with it is a fever, right? Now there's actually different types of tick fever because as I said, it is a disease, right? So there's different symptoms that you're gonna see. It's just the main one that people normally see is that heat, that extra heat, that fever coming off, right? But it only takes one tick to actually transmit it. One tick that is infected to bite and pass it along. So that is how it is transmitted. So the risk and the chances of you getting tick fever actually increase with the more ticks. So exactly, thanks for that. So that one tick can actually transmit tick fever. So even though it's just like, one, I don't have to be worried about it. If you start to see animals showing signs, lethargy, change in appetite, just about anything out of the ordinary, you want to, reach out to your veterinarian about that.
All right, that one tick can cause tick fever. How is it transmitted from animal to animal?
Now that is a lovely question, you see, because especially we're in the tropics, a lot of people don't realize that their yards and their environment, thank you, have a special guest. So he's gonna join us for when we're looking at where to check.
I was gonna ask, I don't know how to check a dog for the fever. We can't do him for it.
Yes.
So it's great because right now she actually needs to be groomed. So this part, so you'll see it. All right, sweetie. A lot of dogs like this, they'll have their tummy and they'll lay on the tile. Right? So if you feel their tummy or their paw pads, because that's where they will exchange heat, if it's extra hot, right, then you know something is going on, right? Especially another thing that you can check is their gums, right? You just want to see it should be nice and pink. They should always be nice and pink. They should be the same color as our gums, right?
Got it.
So how we get it is the yard, right? So we have our dogs, we let them out in the yard to use the bathroom, to run up and down. But a lot of people also have farm animals, right? These ticks, as you went back to that last picture, which shows the size nicely, they have legs, which means that they will walk, right?
Okay.
They can travel from yard to yard. They can go from animal to animal, right? Especially the immature ones and the larger ones. So once they are saturated with blood, they will drop off. But it's very common that, especially if you have a yard where a lot of cows, a lot of grazing farm animals will travel and traverse through, then you have a larger risk because the ticks will fall off of them, right? And in the tropical environments, we have different species of ticks, different types of, as we said, tick fevers, different types of diseases that will affect us down here, as opposed to, a more temperate climate.
Well, that means that now if my neighbor has a dog, right?
Yes.
And them not deal with them tick problem.
Yes.
Is a problem to me too. So I want to know, how can we help to prevent it? Even if, other people aren't doing what they're supposed to, can I help my animals?
Right.
So how you can help your animals is you can actually treat them, right? So you can have them on a spot on. So patron, right, it's really affordable. So for that, it's pretty easy to apply. It's for dogs mainly around this size, right? So all of them go by weight, right? So the spot-ons will go right here between the shoulder blade. You don't want it on the hair, right? So push the hair back, ruffle it up, and it actually goes on the skin, right? So it's important for that you can't bathe them, okay? Put on a spot-on or a spray or anything topical. It has to be on for 2 weeks before or after a bath. That rinse it off, and it has time for the active ingredient to actually work.
Can I cut you right there just 1 second and ask you, is it okay for us to be trying to remove the ticks ourselves, or do we just do a treatment like that? Like, should we be trying to remove them?
It is generally not advised if you have a heavy tick burden, not for you to manually remove them. Why? Is because the teeth part, the mouth part, sometimes get stuck.
Oh my God.
So if you see like that first picture where it's just one, if you grab at the head and do like a little twist, you see how you're twisting the patron right there? Actually,
and right on the in between the shoulders there. Got it.
Got it. Oh.
So you're gonna have to do that for actually 3 months. So whatever you choose, whatever treatment you choose, must be done for 3 months in a row for ectoparasites. So tick is both of them, right? So your treatment on your pet as well as your environment must happen for 3 consecutive months.
Wow.
Because you need to get their life cycle. So you can treat your pet as well as what you can do is you can treat your yard. Okay.
Can a small tick attach itself to us? Like, can they bite us? Because this is making me feel a little icky.
Yeah.
And I have children too.
And get caught in our hair?
Yeah, or just on you. Like, I imagine those small ones, you know, you could get away with it looking like maybe like a mole or a freckle or something. So is that something we should look out for?
Yes, that has actually happened to me where I've come home from the horse farm and I've checked everything and I've taken a shower and I felt something like the
tick. Oh no.
Yeah.
So it can happen. Interesting.
It can happen. There is Lyme disease in the US.
But it's not here.
It's not here.
Thank you, Jesus.
So in the US. So there are tick-borne diseases that humans are susceptible to as well. So it is a risk for you to be bitten as well and for them to pass things to you. There is no
treatment?
I don't want to say that. They can be treated, but you'd have to go to your human physician.
Well, Doc.
Well, this is highly informative.
Yes, you're ticking all the boxes.
You're ticking all the boxes. Does it sting? I saw when it was being applied, I didn't see a reaction from the
the medicine, the spot on?
Does it sting?
No, it does not sting.
Okay.
There's other forms of treatment. One that you'll hear people use a lot more commonly, but it's really only used by veterinarians. I'm not going to say the name because...
Yes.
All right, perfect. Wow, interesting. I love to hear all these things because I do have 2 dogs. Oh, this is a question. Cats, not a problem with ticks? Both.
Yeah.
See, they know.
So you want to check really well. What gets you is that they go in harder to check places. When they have a heavy burden and you can just look at the animal and you see ticks dropping off, okay, you know you have an obvious problem. Places you want to check on a day-to-day basis would be like
ears. Got it.
That's why I say it's a good thing now that she needs a grooming because you can see, right?
Yes.
So you want to make sure you're checking the ears, even though she's extra fluffy. Her ears are still clean. You want to check that. Another place is between the toes.
Right. Crevices.
Yes.
Got it. All right, this is so interesting. Wow, thank you so much for sharing that info. As you said, it's something that we sometimes overlook or it goes unnoticed or unchecked, and it really is important because it's not just troublesome for our pets, but it's troublesome for the surrounding areas and also possibly us
Even if
as
it's
well.
not your pet and it's
Yeah.
it's
And treatment
transmissible.
seems pretty simple, which I like. So I like that very much.
Yeah. Listen, I learned a lot. I mean, I grew up hearing that. What a dog have ticks.
Like it's a normal thing.
Like it's a normal thing, you know what I mean? But thank you, Dr. Hefes. Our guest has been Dr. Jackson Hefes, veterinarian, and that is it for WAGS this morning. Brought to you by True Pet. It's now time for a short break. Tick tock and
Tick
stay.
and stay.
Tick and stay. We'll be right back. Tick and stay. Who wrote that?
Tick and tay.
Tick and stay.
Yeah, it's true.